Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another beautiful morning. It is day 28 of my parenting challenge. I can't believe we're getting so close to the end. There's so much that I want to talk about. But I mean, of course, parenting can't be wrapped up in 30 days. Today is just a matter of, or this month is a matter of kind of laying that foundation. And there's so many things I still want to talk about. I was thinking though, just looking back through my week, and I know lots of parents have been struggling, just feeling like they want to throw in the towel, right? Just feeling stressed about everything that they're doing. They're doing so much for their kids, and their kids are just, being unappreciative little tyrants sometimes, right? And parents are feeling like they're bending over backwards, doing all of these things. I'm like, why even bother? Why am I bothering doing everything that I do for my kids when they're just going to continue being demanding and ignorant and all of these things? So I know there's a lot of parents who are feeling that pressure and feeling stressed. Parenting is a really thankless job. And so for today, I was thinking, you know what? What if we took the time to teach our kids how to be appreciative? Because we think kids just should be, and there's a lot of skills that we just expect our kids to do, but I think that we really need to teach them. And so maybe today is taking the time for them to be appreciative. And I know I've felt like this a lot, right? Like I do, I'm listening, I'm being patient, I'm doing all the right things that I can be doing. And all I'm getting is attitude and demands, right? And orders and no thank yous. And it's not about, I am someone who's like, okay, you're welcome, right? If I do something, I'll do that. But that's not really teaching our kids to be appreciative and grateful either. So for today, let's focus on this, because I don't think kids really do understand, how amazing would it be if they do start thanking us. Doing so will build our relationship, because if they're thanking us and being appreciative to us, of course, we're going to be nicer to them too, right? It's that reciprocity. But we're also teaching them respect. We're teaching them how to be respectful and how to show appreciation to other people, right? So that's it'll help our job become a little bit easier if they're just a little bit more appreciative. First, of course, we need to model appreciation. It has to start there. And I've talked about lots of different things that we can be doing just in the little moments, right? Saying, hey, thanks. I just did this the other day. I went to the grocery store, and I do have a messed up shoulder. So I was like, thanks, kiddo, for helping me bring in the groceries, because my shoulder was really sore today. Or, hey, thanks for helping me put the dishes away. Even if it's an expectation, just thanking them. Hey, thank you for letting me put the dishes away, so that I can have, it took me so much less time. It would have taken me a long time if I was doing it by myself. So those little moments of appreciation can be really helpful. Now, when we're modeling that appreciation, now we have examples of how we have been showing appreciation to them, right? So now we can make it a family affair where you're all working together to work on appreciation. Now, like I said, I think we expect a lot from our kids, and we don't realize that this explicitness of teaching is going to be so important. We're constantly badgering them for what not to do and but not teaching them what we do expect in a proactive way. And it's not that they can't be disrespectful, right? I think there's a lot of kids who do say thank you and do show a lot of that respect, but oftentimes they just don't think about it, especially in the moment. It's like when you guys have a migraine, right? You can smile, but you just don't think about smiling in the moment, but you could if someone brought your attention to it. So it's the same sort of thing. It's bringing our kids' attention to this and being able to practice and work on it proactively. So the more we practice it, the more it will become automatic, and that's kind of what we want. Now, I do love video modeling for teaching any behavior. So if you think about, if it's not appreciation, what is it that I do want my kids? Maybe it's other pro-social behaviors, even empathy, perspective taking. Video modeling is a great way to do this. Because kids are visual learners oftentimes, and they just love watching. And it would be fun if you played the kids. So in this example, you would do 2 takes. One take would be you showing what disrespectful, unappreciative, demanding sort of behaviors would be, which we don't want. But then in the second take, you're showing them what we do want, that appreciation, that respect, thanking, right? Eventually, you want your kids to also do those takes, so they're watching each other or watching themselves engage in these behaviors. And over time, if you can sneakily video, behaviors here and there throughout the week, and then come back to them. Now, I know my teenager, if I had done that to her, she'd be like, oh my gosh, and it would be a big deal that I was videoing her in the first place. But if we're setting it up, okay, we're working on this, I'm going to video you at random times. You don't know that I'm videoing you, right? And then we're going to watch it. And it's not about saying, look, you're being disrespectful. It's not about that. It's about raising our kids' awareness, because most of the time they're probably not even aware that they were being disrespectful, right? Or being rude. So now we have explicit examples of there and there and there. This is what I want and this is what's the problem, right? So we can really work on those types of things. So we want to be able to show them and build that awareness. And then, like I said, once they're actors and they're building that awareness, it should become more automatic. And the practice is where it's going to make perfect. So setting up opportunities. Okay, I'm going to do this thing for you, and I want you to find 5 different ways to show your appreciation. Now, again, you can have, kids aren't going to automatically, even with, lots of practice over time, it's going to take a lot of time, it will become more automatic. But in the moment, they might not think about it. So we can set up the environment for them to be successful. So maybe we have little appreciation cards that we print out, or we buy little cheapy ones and just have them sitting there in a common place. So it's just a cue. Oh yeah, that's something that I could do. Even if it's a little note, it was something that mom did 3 days ago for me that I forgot. But you know what? I'm going to write her a little note of appreciation. If you don't already have my free ebook, I'll put the link here so that you guys can download. I've got little cards of appreciation you can print out, but it could just be a post-it note. It doesn't even matter, right? It's just them thinking, oh yeah, mom did that thing, dad did that thing, sibling did that thing, right? And I'm going to do those notes of appreciation. If you can take your time in family meetings, maybe that's part of your ritual where you're showing appreciation, thanking each other, or doing other things for neighbors or other people in the community, showing that appreciation. The more you're doing it, not just your kids to you, but to everyone, we're building that foundation. One thing that my girls love to do actually is when we go to the grocery store, and especially on busy days, it's packed. I mean, I guess it's not as packed anymore right now, but on those busy days, it's stressful, and the clerks, you can see they're working hard and they're still being really nice, but they're, stressed. We'll ask what their favorite chocolate bar is, and then we'll buy it for them. So we'll put it on the counter, we'll pay for it, and then give it to them. Those little things, my girls love doing that, right? And our brain can't tell the difference if they're receiving or giving. So there's lots of different ways we can be showing appreciation, but that's what we're teaching. That's a solid skill. And that might be something that is aligned with your values and your goals, right? And so that's kind of what we're starting to think about, explicitly teaching our kids these things. So for today, take the time to go teach your kids appreciation, right? Let's talk about it. And how are we going to do this as a family? And if it's not appreciation, something else that's equally important for you. Take that time, go have a wonderful day, have a wonderful day full of gratitude and appreciation, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.